Hi everybody, this is Ellen. In this video I have another little tip or trick for adding, this time for adding beads using the Hair Loom Studio kit with just the finger loom and the guide tube from the sets. So I just thought I'd share this with you because I thought it was pretty easy to do, and that way you don't have to kind of get the whole loom involved if you don't want to, or just kind of add more when you're doing the need to be portable and you're using the finger loom, how to add beads to it so that they stay put and they still look nice. You could do them same side, you could do them alternating, you can even do them across from each other, although it is more difficult to do them across from each other just because of the space involved in here. So first you'll want to pick out what beads you're going to use. The pony beads that come with the kit themselves, they go through just fine when they're on their side. So when the pole is facing down, they'll slide through. So those will work. Different ones I kind of was looking at trying, like this little star here. I thought, well, that'd be cute. When I put it in there, it just kind of gets stuck a little bit ways down. I could probably push it through, but you gotta remember there'll be bands on here as well, so it might not be a good choice. So I just kind of go, okay, maybe not that one. These ones, of course, they're little and flat. They'll fit through. Here's a little bit bigger donut one. That'll fit through. Like this one, it's a little bit bigger, and it's a little thicker, and this one absolutely won't fit through. You have to be able to fit it through with the guide tube when you're pushing it down. So if that doesn't fit, you just have to keep looking for different ones to put on. This is just a little tiny doubled flower type thing. You could add some of this stuff on too. So I mean, you could really put a lot of things in there. The way I show you to add the beads would be different than how I would add something like this, but just kind of giving you an idea that you could add lots of other cute little things to your hair wraps when you're making them. So what we'll do is I'll show you how to add some beads to these. So you start with your normal setup for making like the simple kind of fishtailish one. Put your band across, guide tube up, do your little twist, hook, and twist again. And then the spacing on here kind of depends on what you want. These are about 5 apart, so I'll do that again here. So I'll just do 5 rows here. And yes, I know I'm wearing crazy nails. My kids bought me my Mother's Day present early, and I always talked about getting fake nails, and they found these and thought they'd be fabulous because they thought they know that I like those colors, so that's why I have them on. It's definitely learning to get used to them, that's for sure. Alright, so I push my tube up so it pulls my design down. So I add this. So then you want your beads that you're going to use. I think I lost one of my other ones, but just use a pony bead. You put your band through. That will slide through with just your fingers if you're doing those. So you want this. Now looking at this, you have it across from each other is where we're working, and then these two on the other side. So what we're going to do is take our beaded band, and I kind of just set this on the table to hold it. One end is going to go over the tube, and the other end is going to go over one side of the loom that we're not working on. Like that. And then we just do one row over the top where we normally were working. Flip over our sides. And then the other half of the bead band will go over the top of the tube. So then we've put on one bead. So now when this bead looks, when you want to check it, you want it to be technically flat against the side of the tube. Like right now it's kind of poking out. When we actually want to push it down through the tube, we want it to be flat against And it's not too hard to move it around, but keep that in mind if you're kind of like, it's not coming through. But so that's on the right side here. So now I'll do another 5 rows real quick, and I'll put a bead on the other side. Same process. Like that. So now before you put another bead in here, let's move this other one down. So again, I just want it to be flat against the tube so I can see the inside, and just slide it down. And while I'm sliding it down, I'm going to be pushing the tube up. Then you can kind of pull down just till that pops out below. So we have one bead on one side. Then we'll do another bead. Same way on the other side. So holding it up, I know I did over here on the right. So I'll put one on the left, again, over the tube on one end. The other end will go over the other side of the loom. One band over the top, center. And flip over the sides. And then we flip over the other half of the bead band onto the tube. So now that bead is on as well. And we'll do some more rows here. Alright. So again, this time I'm going to do double beads. So again, we want to move the bead that we have in there out of there, and then make sure the guide tube is up higher in the center of the finger loom. There we go. So now I have one on each side. So we'll do this again. And I lost one of my pony beads here. 1 second. I found one. Okay. Aha. So you want to get both of your beads ready. I'm using the pony beads just because they're bigger. So you can see that it is a little more difficult because you have both beads in there at once, and there's more of a risk of the bands popping off. But like if I was using these 2 smaller ones, those would be probably much easier doing double. So kind of keep that in mind too if you want to do them side by side. So again, make sure I have them one side on one side. Then our middle here is the part that we've been working on. I just managed to pop my bead back up in there. Go back down. There we go. Center we're working on. So again, pick one side, go over the guide tube. This time I'll put it on the left side of the loom. Like that. And then the other one is going to go on the right side. Same process. So now you can see how squishy it is in there right now. So what we're going to do is do that row. Just remember to check your beads are on the sides here. So in our middle section is where we'll put our row. Make sure you flip over your bands. And then flip over the top of each side of your bead band. And then you'll do your next rows. one more. Alright, so you want to make sure that the tube is up very high. As high as you can get it. Make sure that your bands are low as they can be on the sides that we've been working on. And then your beads, you'll have to work on one side at a time. Get the bead to flip flat against the pole, or not the pole, the guide tube. Pull it down and just get it below the finger loom. Then you go to the other side and do the same thing. And then you flip it out. So now I have two that are right across from each other. So now I'm going to close this off. Take it out. Use my cord here. Hook up. Pull my cord through. And then we can just start sliding it off. And this of course could be your hair as well. Or you can check out my video about making the extensions so you don't, if you're worried about damaging your hair, which will be fine really, but slide it off. And then that's what it looks like. So I mean, I think it's a super cute, easy way to add beads to your designs. You could use, depending on what your designs were, because these colors that are through my beads will show up in the center here, you could use like clear bands if you're worried about maintaining the color of the center of your wrap here. Just kind of, you know, you can go crazy and figure out your own creative way to do it, but I just thought I'd show that to you since it was kind of a cute thing I thought of when I was playing around with this. So I hope that this was informative for you and it helped give you an idea of the different things that you can do with the hair wraps when you put them in your hair. So thank you very much for watching. I will definitely have more for you soon, and I hope that you enjoy this product when it comes out. Thanks.